although we still offer a tenant find service, we haven't done any tenant find services since boot camp. Every single landlord has been converted to fully managed.
We're a small business. This is a small town. There's 36,000 people here. You know, I don't want to be a big agent. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I've spoken to some agents and you kind of get to 80 managed properties and you can't move forward because you're just stuck in the rut. And for us, it was just, well, what are we going to do? 80's not enough. We don't want to be massive because we're just in a small town, but we need more. We were actually driving up to Nottingham to see some family and we were taking my dad with us. So my dad was in the front of the car with Rob and I was sat in the back and I was just scrolling through and Sally popped up on my feed with a free, it was a PDF of a book and I was just like, yeah, do you know what, I'm interested in that. And I was literally sitting in the back of the car, did that. And from that, I just thought this is really cool stuff. The emails started to come through. I think I did a few courses up in Wolverhampton. And from that, then we went on to do the boot camp. And I liked it because it was industry specific. There's hundreds of, you know, business coach companies and what have you that you can turn to. But the thing for me was that this was really structured and it was almost sniper training, you know. Immediately after the boot camp, we went back to the office for 3 days, dealt with all the urgent stuff, and then we got on a plane and we went to Lanzarote for a week. But what I did, because everything was fresh in my head from the boot camp, I took my pens and my pads and I spent the whole week around the pool mapping out my next 12-month plan, what I was going to implement each month. I mean, as Sally talks about all the time, squeezing the lemons. It's exactly what we've been doing ever since boot camp, squeezing the lemons and charging for things that we were doing for free. That was the biggest shocking thing, looking at how much we were doing for free, giving it away. We were doing inventories for free. My husband's carried fridges down on his back, downstairs in blocks of flats for the landlord. One of the big things for us from boot camp as well was looking at, Sally talked a lot about customer avatar, and that for us was a big thing. We came back and we looked at our portfolio of all the landlords that we were managing, and we actually drew out a scale, and there was one less desirable that we'd lived with for 7 years. 7 years of sucking the very life out of us. And again, we were doing a lot for free for him, but he expected it. The truth of it is we'd been scared to let go of this guy because he'd got 18 properties with us. But, you know, as I say, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I gave Rob the nod and I said, today's the day that we are saying goodbye. And we did. And we're not looking back. We've put in other layers of income into the business as well. You know, we work with a local company who have got a number of storage containers. You know, there's a whole selection of stuff that we do apart from being just a letting agents, just to keep those other streams coming into the business.
One of the best things to come out of the boot camp for me is that although we still offer a tenant find service, we haven't done any tenant find services since boot camp. Every single landlord has been converted to fully managed.
We plateaued at 80. We're now up to 150, and a lot of that is down to Sally and the boot camp. The big guys keep wanting to buy us out because they know they're getting a bloody good portfolio. I'd love to be able to get to that point where we step back and we no longer have a job, but we are the business owners. I think that's always the goal. And I've still got a lot of work to do to get to the point where that business is saleable. And that will be our exit plan, I think. But in the meantime, yes, it would be great to, you know, start to expand and actually have some time off. Stop and smell the roses.